Hi, my name is Francis. I'm the CEO and founder at Digital for Africa Limited. Over the last 10 years, I've been working with small and medium-sized enterprises, and even large corporates, supporting them in the online marketing space. I've learned a lot. I was doing an audit the other day of the types of companies that I've been able to work with for the last 10 years. And I discovered there are more than 100 companies that we have been able to support in one area or another in the space of digital marketing. So today I'm going to be introducing you a new topic and even something very interesting that I will be sharing and interacting with you online. I believe you can be able to see my screen. So I'm introducing to you something I call Atomic Growth. Atomic Growth is a webinar. It's a series of webinars that will be taking place every Tuesday and every Thursday. On Tuesday, I'll be sharing a case study of the week. On Thursday, I'll be answering your questions. So be ready to ask me any questions as I continue in this presentation, and then I'll respond to them on Thursday. So today, before I share the case study of the week, I want to talk about what I've been able to learn in the process of working with over 100 businesses in Kenya. And these are, I want to share with you about 7 things that you can improve to grow your business online. This is a short profile of what I've been able to do. I've been able to work in different, with different organizations here in Kenya. I've been able to also implement a number of projects for different companies. Some of the brands, some of them are large corporates, the financial services, others are in retail, and others are small businesses. So what have I been able to learn over the last 10 years in my journey of digital marketing? And before we go deeper, I'd like to share with you something that has really been consuming me a lot. And this is a conversation about where everyone is talking about achieving certain goals. And a lot of times when the beginning of the year, we come up with resolutions and we decide we want to really improve our lives. But a lot of times our goals end up in nothing. We are not able to achieve them because we just focus on goals, but we don't develop a system that can help us achieve our goals. So there's this brilliant quote from this Greek poet and soldier who once said, "We don't rise to the level of our expectations, we fall to the level of our training." And this is something that can be applied at a personal level, but also at an organizational level. At an organizational level, organizations do not rise to the level of their goals. They fall to the level of their systems. What do I mean by that? An organization can come up with very ambitious goals to be able to do certain things in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. But as long as they don't have a system that they have developed to enable them to achieve those goals, they will not be able to achieve them. And even at a personal level, if you come up with a goal and you say, for example, I want to save 10 million, maybe you are a small business owner and you're saying, I want to be able to create revenue, 10 million every month. But you don't have a process or a plan, which actually involves the daily things that you do that will enable you to achieve that ambitious goal. So we need to learn how to break that ambitious goal into small, tiny steps that you can be able to implement on a daily basis, and you work on them on a daily basis through discipline and resilience, and you will be able to achieve your goal. So for example, this is my personal daily task. I normally have items I call urgent tasks. These are hot things that I have to do within a very short time. Then there are daily tasks. These are tasks that I have to do every single day. And they keep on changing depending on what I've been able to accomplish in the previous day. So every week also I have some tasks, and I'm able to mark whether it is done or not. Monthly, I have some tasks as well, and even yearly. So this has also enabled me to build a system or a culture or a way of working that has been enabled me, to be honest, to support more than 100 businesses in Kenya. So I want to share with you things that I've been able to learn that can help any business owner, any company, any marketer, any founder, or any CEO, or even a director to grow a business. Number one is the value of a checklist. There are a lot of times that we find we know what needs to be done in a business. We know how things are done. But a lot of times it is never done because we don't have a framework or a process of ensuring that what we want to achieve has been accomplished. And the best way to do this, from my experience, has been developing checklists. And this means for every important process in your organization, document the process, document the steps, create a guide that ensures this is how we normally do things from point A, B, C, all the way to Z. So a checklist is very, very, very important to ensure your team, and even when you're hiring new people, it is very easy to onboard them into the system and tell them, this is how we normally do things in our organization. So a checklist, number one, very, very important. Number two, when it comes to online marketing, the relevance of having an important or actually having information for your products on the website. There are a lot of times you find a company or a small business owner, their Facebook page is not even updated in terms of their profile, or even your website does not have the relevant information. The product, you may be selling products, but the customer is struggling to find out, what will I get out of this? So, and I can share with you a small story of a student who actually found us online in the month of August and joined our masterclass. We normally have monthly masterclasses. And his name is Oscar. And Oscar came online. He went online. He was looking for companies in Kenya that provide digital marketing courses. He found two of them. One of them is our competitor, and the other one is Digital for Africa, our own company. And the truth is, the other competitor, as much as they were on the first page, they didn't respond to him. I think he had done this search on a Saturday. By Monday, they had not responded to him. And our team was able to respond to him very promptly with a quotation or an estimate of how much we charge for our courses. And based on that, and also after looking at our website and comparing our website with our competitor website, he discovered that our website has sufficient information, relevant information, payment details, course outline or course structure, trainers, and every information that he needs, even what he will get in form of a certificate. So that's an example of having information that is relevant, that is updated, that is sufficient on the product pages. The third item I want to talk about is write detailed guides on your website on issues that your customers care about. For example, I discovered over the years that a lot of digital marketers are struggling to come up with a digital marketing plan. And I developed one, which is available online, and I can share a link for you to access. A framework that can help anyone who is creating a strategy, especially an online marketing strategy. These are the areas that they should focus on. This is just the first slide, but there are many, many areas that you need to focus on. So this has been one of the most important resources on our website, and it drives a lot of customers to our website. And the big takeaway here is ensure your website is a useful resource of information for your customers. Something that I like calling giving customers a reason to come back, content value, or even some utility value that you can create on your website that can make someone to come back even the next day. The fourth item I want to address today is the issue of adding relevant details on your Google My Business page. Google My Business, if you are hearing it for the first time, is a profile that you can create for your business, even if you don't have a website. But there are specific pages or specific field names, which when you optimize, your website or actually your business will appear when customers are searching for it, even if you don't have a website. For example, ensuring you have relevant keywords on your business name, you have relevant keywords, or you have actually chosen the right category of your business. You have the website field. If you don't have a website, you can provide a social media link and it will be okay. And also the kind of reviews that you have. So these are some of the field names that can really be of value, that you can ensure they are updated regularly, they are correct, they are accurate, and they are answering the question a customer is asking about your business. So Google My Business, very, very important. And from our own experience at Digital for Africa, every time we get calls and emails and inquiries from people who found us from Google My Business page. The fifth item I want to address today, an improvement that you can make for your business, for your organization, that can really mean a lot to the life of the customer, is responding to customer queries within minutes. I want to tell you a story of a customer, a HR consultant, who actually told me one day that a firm was actually interested in setting up a market in East Africa. And they went online and they were looking for companies, HR companies or HR consultants that can provide services in East Africa, specifically Kenya. And these are companies that are actually coming from the Middle East, Asia market. And they send they send their request for proposal, and they targeted different companies that they were able to find online. And this HR consultant actually was one of them. And according to her story, she told me she responded to the email, the request for proposal, within days or hours. And that was the game changer. She was competing against some of the big companies, but she was able to respond within seconds, within minutes, within a shorter time frame. And that's how she got a deal that was, of a high transaction. So the takeaway here is the speed of your resolution to customer complaints can give you a competitive advantage, especially in a crowded market. Number 6, one of the areas that you can improve is to build a customer list and send them a message about your new product. There are a lot of times we are looking for customers on social media and online, and yet we forget we have had a lot of interaction. Maybe this is not a new product, for example. It's a new product, yes, but it's not the first time you're selling. You have had previous engagements and interactions with customers. So, and all you need is to go back to the list of customers that you have ever serviced, segment them into relevant segments, and target the right segment with a message about your new offering. And ensure you provide something that is compelling, something that they cannot resist based on the evidence that you present, based on the features and all that. The other item that you can focus on actually is instead of storing your customer information in Excel, there is a value of using a digital product, a digital system like a CRM. For example, we have Odoo or Hubspot that are very, very, this screenshot I got it from Odoo, and it can be very, very valuable in ensuring you have a very systematic and structured way of storing customer data, and you are able to market and remarket to your customers because you have a system, you have a process, you have a method, you have a framework of engaging your customer. So if you don't have a CRM and you have been using Excel or MS Word or emails only, I would encourage you, and you can reach out to us. We can help you set up a CRM such as Odoo or Hubspot, which we have been able to implement for different companies here in Kenya. Number 8, the list of items or areas that you can improve, the tiny improvements that you can make in your business, is sending your invoices and receipts using a system. Instead of just sending or writing up on a paper, or not issuing actually something that can make someone feel you are professional. So a system like Odoo has an accounting system, it has an invoicing system, it has a sales system, but also QuickBooks and also ZOHO books, which used to be wave apps. So this is just a small sample of a receipt. I was able to help a startup the other day. A lady found me on Twitter and she asked, "You've talked about systems and processes. Can you help me create or choose the right software to be able to be sending customers invoices and receipts?" And you are able to generate a sample. This is a sample from ZOHO books, which is freely available for 1 year. You can try it. So as I have said, I'll be sharing every week, I'll be sharing a case study of the week. And the case studies does not mean this company is the best, but it is a case study is an example that we can learn from someone who has done it. And this is actually not a corporate. This is a small business owner. This is an SME. And the company is called KR Retail. KR Retail is a business which sells home decor. It was founded by one of my students who I met in one of our classes in 2018. And she started with Instagram. She just started taking photos of the products she was selling and sharing them on Facebook and specifically Instagram. And as you can see, she has been able to amass more than 7,000 followers. And I can tell you, if you are starting an online business, having an online community can give you a lot of competitive advantage. So she started with Instagram, but right now, as we talk in 2021, the owner of this business is now having a physical shop within the CBD of Nairobi, and she's really growing, and we can learn from her. And this is her Instagram account. She sells home decor, as you can see, and she's doing a great job. So, and how did she do it? You may ask. I went back to her to find out how her business is doing. Of course, she has leverage, or she has really relied on Instagram. And Instagram was the initial driver of growth for her business before she was able to establish a physical shop. The other strategy she has been using is influencer marketing, which has helped her increase reach and even sales, where she incentivizes micro and even nano influencers, people with followers of up to 10,000, 5,000, and work on an incentive that is mutually beneficial. So influencer marketing has really helped her a lot. The third strategy that she has leveraged on is WhatsApp status. Every time she shares products, new products on her WhatsApp status, she gets repeat business. And this is not a perfect case study, but is an example, is a good example of how someone can start from scratch and be able to amass a following of more than 7,000 and be able to even establish a shop. I was chatting with her yesterday and she told me at the moment she has found that having a shop has actually helped her to build more trust with people who are interested in meeting her in person. So having a physical shop is not a bad thing if you're selling online. It can increase trust with your customers. So today, this was just an introduction, is a tip of what you will be seeing in the coming days through our show, Atomic Growth, a webinar that is freely available. You can find it on Facebook, and find it on Instagram, can find it on YouTube. And I will be sharing with you, as I have said when we started, a case study of the week and questions. So Because I will be answering your questions on Thursday, I would encourage you, the moment you consume this content, go there and answer the questions. Ask me your questions. Anything related to web design. For example, I have been getting a lot of inquiries about why Facebook and even Instagram is not driving a lot of conversions. And this is something I'll be addressing in the coming days. So thank you very much for joining our first introduction webinar, and hoping to see you on Thursday. Thank you very much. Hey.